top 10 Star Wars covers. Let's go. What's going on? 22 here, showing off my top 10 Star Wars covers. Now, this challenge started out with Robin's DIY and buys. Her link will be down below in the description, along with the video where she showed off her top 10 Star Wars covers. This was then picked up by Neil Collects, who showed off his. His link will be below, as well as his video, and then he tagged me into this. So if you want to take part, absolutely take part. I believe Shrev was already tagged, and he probably would have been one of the ones that I tagged. Any other Star Wars fans out there who collect Star Wars books, please join in on this challenge. You're more than welcome to use me and say that I tagged you. I just like seeing books. I'm not really a Star Wars collector. However, I did scrape up 10 Star Wars books. My first one up is Star Wars Poe Dameron #1. This is a fried pie variant. Now I'm just letting you know, there's going to be a lot of fried pie variants in this just because I collect fried pie variants, or Books A Million, Second Charles, whatever the case is. They're all the same to me, and they did a lot of Star Wars books. This one I really dig though, because I love how playful BB-8 is. I love the thumbs up, calling back to the Force Awakens movie. That was just one of the fun parts about it, and so I love this cover because of that. Here's Star Wars Crimson Reign #3. Now this is a Tyler Kirkham variant from Unknown Comics. Awesome cover, and even has his signature up there as well, which I thought was super dope. I remember getting this in a Whatnot sale. I know that it just comes with a COA, and so there's no telling, but I have a little bit of faith in Unknown Comics, and for the amount that I was getting signed books for, it was worth it to me. So eventually I will send this off to probably now CGC, considering they are acquiring JSA or partnering up with them, and get this authenticated. Star Wars Vader Down #1. Now, you may be saying this is totally a different cover from the Star Wars Vader Down #1, and it is. It's a Z-Box variant. This was only available in Europe. And so this actually features the first cover appearance of Black Chrysanthemum. There was a lot of talks about when the first cover appearance happened. A lot of people went to Star Wars 13, I believe. There was a variant with him on it, and that was super close, but this is actually the first one. It ties with a Scotty Young variant for Vader Down #1 as well, but it's that Scotty Young, kid version of Black Chrysanthemum. This one being not available in the States. I've picked this up twice now, and I think it's a cool cover. It's just something cool to have in the PC. Star Wars Screaming Citadel #1. I love the colors on this cover. The purple just really pops with Luke there and his lightsaber and Afra behind him. It was just a really cool cover, and of course, it's a fried pie variant, so I had to have Star Wars Darth Vader #1. Now, not only is this cover just freaking awesome, the pose of Darth Vader and everything about just the way he is situated, the colors and all that jazz, is just awesome. But this also features the first appearance of Black Chrysanthemum, which I believe is, really overlooked. This is around a $20 book for the most part, in high grade, and I thought he was really cool in Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett. I wish we would have seen more of him, but we didn't, but maybe we'll see him later on. Star Wars The Mandalorian #1. Like a lot of people, The Mandalorian is probably one of my favorite Star Wars properties that's out right now. I enjoy the stories, I enjoy the character, and it's really cool and something different to see from the world of Star Wars. Something you would get probably more from the novels if I had to guess. Because I never really got into reading the novels either. I pretty much was just a movie watcher of Star Wars, and that was it. So I love the colors on this, the sunset vibes and whatnot. And this is also the first appearance of Din Djarin in comics book form. He appeared on a cover of a magazine, and then on another cover of, and I think maybe in that magazine as well, but then he appeared on another cover of another Star Wars book along with Grogu. Grogu is at the very end of this book, and I don't know that you actually see him. I think you just kind of see his hand, which is the end of that first episode. The issues of these are just comic book versions of those episodes. They don't really add any more or anything like that to them. Just a comic book representation of each episode. Darth Maul, number 1. Another fried pie variant that I just had to have, and I think it's a cool adaptation of Darth Maul on this one with his double-bladed lightsaber. The colors, again, I'm all about the artwork on these, and it's just, I love them. I love them. Star Wars number 1. Obviously, this is a sketch variant of this cover. I have to find the color version now because Darth Vader here would probably look amazing in color depending on how they did it and the palette that they used. Another Second Charles Books A Million variant, aka Fried Pie, and love having this collection. This is the only copy of this that I have, so I'm hoping to be able to press this and get a 9/8. Star Wars 38. Again, another fried pie variant, as you can see right here. I love that everything is done within Darth Vader's silhouette and the whole white background. It just makes it pop so good, and I absolutely love it. Last book up, and it is a slab. I did save a slab for last, so here we go. Star Wars, Kanan the Last Padawan, number 1. In a CGC 9.8, and this is, to me, this is the first appearance of the whole gang: Ezra Bridger, Kanan, Jarrus, Sabine Wren, Harrison Dole, Chopper, Zeb, all of them, the whole crew. That's, to me, this is their first appearance. I did a cameo or first appearance on this book, and number 6, I believe, is the other one that people talk about. Just to show the interiors of them. Like I said, for me, this is their first appearance. And it's not just because I own the book. It's I see them for the first time, and I can recognize them from there on out. You may differ, and that's fine. CGC notes it as the first appearance of Kanan Jarrus, Ezra Bridger, Chopper, Harrison Dole, Sabine Wren, and Zeb in comics. I believe 6 on CGC says it's their first full. So, kind of weird that they don't put cameo or in cameo on this or anything like that. Maybe I remember that wrong. I know that this whole story is about Kanan Jarrus, and like, he takes on the name Kanan at the end of the book. So, if you want more information, please go check that out. I'll have a link to that video down below. And yeah, this is definitely a PC book right here. It's a Second Charles Books A Million, aka Fried Pie, and I want to get a lot of these in 9/8. It's just, I don't know, it's just something, a goal of mine to have these in 9/8. Again, if you are a Star Wars fan and have 10 covers you want to show off, please jump on and use me. Say that I tagged you. You're more than welcome to do that. And I would love to see your Star Wars books. I know, like I said, Trev earlier. Brian LCS, if you're not tagged, please, hey, let me see your, I know you're a Star Wars guy. Let me see your top 10 books for sure. Anybody else, like I said, open invitation. Please jump in on this and make this quick, easy video and show off some awesome 10 Star Wars books. You can find me on Instagram, eBay, and Shortbox at 22_comics. You can also find me on Mondays on the Comically Comics podcast on all podcatchers, including Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We drop those new episodes also on Wednesdays on our YouTube channel, Comically Comics Podcast. Once again, thank y'all so much for watching, and as always, y'all have a good one.